Right, okay. That was good. That was fine. It's fine. We're fine. We're good. Welcome to Crimson Guitars, welcome to my home studio, and welcome to the hand tool only build. I need to remind myself that it's hand tool only at this point because it's been a few weeks. Last time I messed up, or at least, well, that truss rod. That's problematic because I'm trying to install this neck down into the thing and the top's on and it's all problematic and stuff. I'm not used to truss rods that extend. I'm also not used to planning ahead. Burn it. Perfect! Today, this neck gets installed, or at least fitted, and I'm going to be showing you what I'm doing about all of the cool purfling and extra decoration that has been planned for this guitar. Welcome to the journey. So good to be back in my home workshop for a change. On with the build. We had many ideas, a number of people. So essentially the issue is that there means that I can't push the neck down into the pocket. It fits nicely, but just doesn't work. We had many different suggestions. My initial idea was to square off the heel underneath, stopping obviously at the fretboard, so that I could just slide it in the end, and then glue two wedges in from the other side to actually push it out. But that's pointless. I can do exactly that and glue a couple of wedges inside here just to make it into a standard rectangular channel, put that down and then glue it in and we'd be done. This neck pocket here is already made out of multiple pieces if you go back and see how we created this guitar. Another option that was suggested was to literally just cut a recess in there so that I could push down a little bit and then I could inlay another piece of wood in there. I don't like, I could do that and I could hide it or actually make a feature of it, but I like how clean this thing looks, minus the truss rod, of course. We're not going to be bolting it in, again, because it's just nice and clean. I'm going to have another piece of something going on here or a couple of bevels with wood. We'll sort that out later. What I'm going to do is the very first option. We're going to glue two wedges in, just some of the offcuts from this 2x4, and I'm going to slide the beastie in, fit it, check the angle, etc. I'm not going to glue the neck in today. I'm going to leave that until I've also got the bridge sorted and everything is absolutely perfect. Hell, we may even get to the bridge later. I'm so much more efficient when I'm working from home. So much more efficient. Or at least I would be if I didn't talk quite so much. So we go down till we've got an equal. I don't want to try and halve 53.5, for example. So that's option number one. You go around, you do all sorts of measuring and and draw lines, and then you essentially cut from there to there and you're good. Or grab yourself a marking gauge, set it to roughly where you think the center is. Cut in from both sides, and now I've got two lines where I should be able to see exactly where the center is. And assuming everything else is fine, we're good. It actually does confirm pretty much where I thought I was. That's centered, but that one's actually slightly off. And it is back to measuring at this point. So we're 26, 26. I'm taking off a very small amount of material here. The other alternative is, do I want to stop here and go in and create a tongue like you would on a Les Paul or something like that. Now, the issue is that would then mean if I'm messing around with the angles, then I need to go in and change that, and it's not necessary. Cool, but not this one. Now, if the fretboard had not been glued on already, I would actually be seriously considering doing that just for fun. It's yeah, it's an interesting thing. We'll get that into another build at some point. I actually want to try something before I start cutting material. Bear with me. So I do have this overhanging bit of fretboard, and that's going to be flush down with that, so I can remove a notch there quite happily, and I can also angle that notch underneath. I could also potentially remove just a little bit of the corner at the base of this, and I might be able to slip it on in. Suspect that's not actually quite... Ha! It's exactly wide enough. Like, precisely. Fine. Yeah, that's easier. See what I mean? And most of the glue surface is here and down there, so if I remove that back corner, we should be fine. Should be fine. We will be fine. Okay, fingers crossed. Ooh. That is close. Okay, so I need to take off a little bit more. Hand tool only, hand tool only. Okay, this is now fairly delicate. Oh, I have just realized the other issue I've got here. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So that works. The issue I've got is that I've got a lovely hole in there. I need to cut that hole away. File. There we go. Perfect. Isotunes, Crimson 10. The new Isotunes free 2.0s are out, actually. Seriously, check it out. And get a tenner off. I am bodging this. I'm bodging this, and this is professional guitar building. It's how it happens. Now, the other thing is, 2 minutes ago, you heard me say, hey, I should, cut away a lot of space, etc., maybe do a whole tenon thing, etc., thus effectively actually maybe reducing the gluing surface. I'm not sure on the geometry in that now that I say it out loud, but doing this is reducing the gluing surface by a minimal amount. There is absolutely nothing to worry about, although I'm sure you have already commented if you were going to. Let's put it in the right way around, shall we? Yeah, that looks It's almost. I love my life. Whew. Okay, now. So, it's a bit of a. There we go. There we go. That's just wedging into that. Oh, yes! I cannot tell you how good that feels. Okay, so we've got... Okay, sorry. Excitement. That fix took all of 4 minutes. I've been worrying about it for about 3 weeks. That idea has been in the back of my head for a while, but I don't know. Anyway, whatever. It works. It's fine. We're done. We're dusted. The point of the back of this goes right up to there. I do want to add a couple of pieces of wood, maybe. The alternative is to chop that off there and have one go down. And obviously we're gonna, or I'm gonna recarve the end of the neck pocket there, so that works. I need to effectively think about break angles and all of that jazz, and it feels like my neck pocket isn't quite deep enough potentially at the end there, so I might have miscalculated that one. Yes, I did just say miscalculated because I thought it would be funny. The problem is these days you could quote me and out of context it would actually look like I am actually that dim. I'm fine with that. There is a little, tiny little gap underneath the neck. Just a little bit of give there. I think what I could actually do is just remove a little bit of material off the underneath of the lip of the fretboard, and that would look fine. That would look fine. Suppose we can go from there, meet in the middle, and then from the side it doesn't look like we've messed with that any. Yeah, I like that. So there's a slight curve there, which was built in, but I need to know exactly where the center is now, so I've got to get everything absolutely spot on. Point of no return. So there's going to be a little bit filling there because my chamfer wasn't as clean as I would have hoped. I remember doing that, it was awkward. This is genuinely one of my favourite tools that we've developed at Crimson over recent years. Such a cool sounding stick. We do them in 3 different sizes now. I still haven't been given the tiny ones I've been asking for months. You guys keep on buying them. I'm wondering about putting a bevel on the whole thing. Oh, stop me! Down through. Yes. That's quite weird because we've got a sharp point there and a big edge of the bevel there, whereas on this one we want a sharp bevel there and a big end here. Big to small, small to big. I mean, it works. If it's done with intent, then it works. I mean, we could get rid of it entirely by just turning it into a sine wave curve, but not now. If I push straight out, I'd blow out some of the grain here, but because I'm cutting sideways, essentially what I'm actually doing is cutting down there, and it's fine. All these awkward things I do just to avoid moving the camera. Even though I've got two cameras. Or three, actually, come to think of it. That's how you're supposed to do it. Cut from the outside in. What I'm going to do though is do this carve. There's a bit of a chip there. Do this carve and see. Do I want to carve that chip away? Yeah, okay, done. Yes, I'm aware that my hand is there. Nice. There are times when what you need is the biggest tool you can acquire. Okay, let's calm down a little bit. Ooh, Iwasaki. Yeah, it's easier setting this with the chisel, getting most of the carving done, and then going in and cleaning it up with the rasp. I recently got this one back. I built this. It's a build series on the Triton channel, and it was great fun. I built it for myself. A couple of months after I built it, I lent it to another company who were doing a woodworking show, and just to show off what CNC machines can do, etc. I got it back, I think 2.5, 3 years later. So yeah, that's going to be in a video soon. I'm going to do something fun with power tools. Doesn't that feel more doable, more achievable? Something that pretty much anybody can do this with a chisel? Cool. Before I do anything here, I want to see what my break angle is looking like. Okay, in you are. Actually, that's not too bad. So yeah, I'm going to lower that down, raise that back just a little bit, and we should be pretty much spot on. That feels better. Oh yes. Okay. Yeah. Oh, come on. Of course, it's okay. So all these new noises we're hearing are the truss rod was perfectly fitted into this hole through the brace, and now, excuse me, and now it's creaking as it comes out. They are scary noises. We're fine. We're good. Don't worry. That being said, that is a little bit weak. So I'm going to take a piece of the side and just glue it in there from about here back to the brace as a little bit of extra strength. Ben used the guitar as a workbench. Ah! You know, I've got to keep you amused. There is no point in beveling these edges and making it pretty, except for the fact that I'm beveling these edges to make it pretty. Okay, a little bit of glue. Nice. Okay, so in a second I'm going to have to stain the sides of the fretboard so that it matches the front, or at least is less varied. Not necessary, just, well, I like the look. So I'm masking off the fretboard. I don't want to get anything on there really, but also I'm kinking the masking tape in next to each fret so that less stain gets wicked in there. I'm also going to be applying the stain very, very dry. All right, I'm going to start with some black spirit-based stain. And the trick here really is to apply it carefully and quite dry. So we've got that. Make sure there's not too much of it on. And I'm also starting on the masking tape on the side and pulling in. And I'm going to hope that none of this wicks in underneath. Then we're on to some amber water-based stain. Same thing. And I'm not going everywhere, I'm just playing around. Fingers crossed. Oh, that's not too bad. There's a little bit there. Looks a little bit dodgy. Same again, little bits and pieces. So masking tape is crinkly, and that crinkling, that tends to draw stain in. It just is what it is. Okay. That's promising. There's still a point there just in the palm of my hand, so I'm going to carve that down a little bit. I'm thinking that I'm running out of time to do everything that I promised. Maybe I'm going to glue this neck in and we'll do all the finishing next week, including the decorating. How would you? There we go. Now that looks better. I'm going to run a hush rig rundown. Hush. I am going to do a test clamping. It's about right. That's actually exactly where I want it to be. And a little bit of cushioning. Clamping block. But one clamp should do it. And then one from the sides. That's all that needs. All right, time for glue. Time for glue. That was a little bit awkward, fiddling, holding the clamping block in place and all that jazz. The reality is I'm going to clamp that to the guitar, using that to just protect the top because, you know, I'm not in the zone. And that will then make the whole clamping process easier. Yeah, okay, we're good. Now this comes off and we get some glue going. So I want a little bit on that, but in all, I don't want too much glue because we'll end up with squeeze out, or too much squeeze out. Okay. Oh, there we go. Just in the stress, I got the angle slightly wrong because I was worrying about it. Didn't think that was going to go for a second. All right, we've got some squeeze out. Took me so long to move over to quick clamps like this, and all of the time that I wasted not using them. Okay, so there actually is now a slight gap there, so I do want to go in with a clamp there, and I'm gonna have to do that on the fly. Anything to make life easier a little bit later. Yeah, clamping coil there. Stay, and I need something similar on the other side. Not quite. I want you to rest. Okay, that's not doing what I wanted to do. I wanted it to rest on the end of that. That's not going to work, so let's just do that. The principle works. Positioning, she does not. Excuse me. Okay. I'm going to loosen the clamp a bit, insert some glue, and then go again. Okay. Actually, I can just see it just inside, so I'm not worried about that joint at all. Right, okay. That was good. That was fine. It's fine. We're fine. We're good. We are good, actually. I'm really excited. This guitar is in the final stages. Next week it is a case of making and fitting the bridge and doing the final bits of purfling and decoration and all of that. And I guarantee it, going to apply the first coats of finish as well. We really are there. So hey, you know, what shall the next giant journey be? Seriously, people, I hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. Click like, subscribe, share with your friends, all that jazz. Don't forget to check out greatguitargiveaway.com, which is our new platform that's helping to create the Dorset Guitar Museum, which is our new thing. This ball is going to be in it. Because, and for one reason, and one reason alone, I was going to keep this for myself. It's a bit of a beast. So anyway, I'm going to sort that out at some point. Yeah, greatguitargiveaway.com. Check it out. Go make some sawdust. Stop watching me. Get in the workshop. See you soon. Put the lid on your glue bottle. Goodbye.